Yes, thermal imaging. Why would we want thermal imaging in here?
Because usually we're going to show up.
How are we going to show up?
Because of our heat signature.
Right. How's a ghost going to show up?
Because of their cold
Right,
signature.
exactly. We're looking for
what's
cold spots.
What's cold look like?
Black and blue.
Blue and black.
So I'm
Where the obvious. Okay.
right. So I'm orange, red, and yellow because I'm the warmest thing
So
out
see
here.
the straps on your fag pack?
No, that's
No,
on him.
that's me.
That's on him.
Oh,
It's
sorry.
me.
The coldest part.
See this? What? Oh, those are your strings?
That's him.
Holy shit.
Yeah.
Damn, that thing's...
And the reason why the strings are probably showing up colder is because it is four
Well, yeah,
clothing layers
yeah,
away
it's
from
not
my
on your
body.
chest.
Right. Again, I'm wearing 4 shirts right now. Three
There's your
shirts.
hand.
So,
All right.
so
Can I
again,
get
the
that
whole
app?
point of this, that's not an app. That's
No,
the thing.
I
This is
know.
an actual
That's-
FLIR. So this is what firemen would use to actually
Yeah,
help
no,
save
those
people.
are-
This is not a bullshit, download a quick app and try to see what happens. So we're looking for blue and black to start moving on their own or to start taking shape on their own. The cool thing about this video is that there's a blue dot bouncing around the screen, and it's going to show you exactly where the coldest spot is in the frame at that moment.
Holy fuck.
So it's going to also, there's a center crosshairs here as well, so that way we can know what the ambient temperature is. I also record whatever the weather channel tells me the temperature is when I get down here, so that way I kind of know like what the variation is. I normally look for 15 plus degree temperature drops between a cold spot and the center crosshairs and or the ambient temperature that I recorded from the weather channel. So the cool thing about this, again, we're going to be discussing this a little bit further.
15 degree?
15 plus.
15 plus degrees. So right now it's about 37, 38 degrees out here, roughly. I don't know what the ambient right here says because it's measuring the ground, but my records show, I think I wrote down 35 to 37, somewhere in that bracket. So I'm going to be looking for anything that's 20 degrees or colder, basically. So it's basically what I'm looking for out of that blue dot that's bouncing around, and we're going to discuss that more a little bit further. So what exactly do you go by? You told me 2 different names.
Ali.
Ali.
Ali. David.
David, got it.
Sorry.
All right,
Yeah.
so you're going to hold this basically one-handed all night. Don't handle it by the camera. It will pop out of there because it's just a phone attachment. I'm going to tour and basically have a sit-down chat with Eliza that I will do my best to make sure everybody's respectful. It's just me saying my piece with her. We normally have, a decent night after that.
Yeah.
So again, I've had to do it probably half a dozen times or better in this location in the past 3 years, just because we have gotten some very unwelcoming messages. But yeah, it does happen.
I'm just curious.
All right, so we're going to be going up to an alley at this point. We're not going to be recording anything until we get into the alley. You can ignore your numbers. Did you want to try a spirit box along the way? You want to try one of those?
Yeah.
It's not going to record.
I mean, should we?
Sure.
We'll get an extra one going.
Sure.
So is it, this is pretty much a spirit box, right?
That is a spirit box. Yeah,
It is a spirit.
yeah, I'm going to give him the same model you're using, only it's not going to record anything. So the reason why is because if I give you 4 hours of white noise,
You want to try this?
he's getting one.
Oh, I know. I didn't.
He's I listened for briefly in his. It's just kind of scanning
Yeah,
different
briefly, but-
frequencies.
Yeah.
Gotta
That's all
keep
it is.
I don't know. It seems pretty cool.
So I normally keep 2 of these when I'm doing my own investigations. One's running super fast, the other one's running super slow. They're both usually recording on my investigations. But for you guys, I don't record 4 hours of white noise. Somebody's going to hunt me down and kill me if they try to, if I give you guys 4 hours of that, trust me, 2 hours is plenty. So whatever you hear in real time, it'll obviously go into the notes, but all right, so it's already turned down, already sweeping, undo the twist tie, and throw one of those in your ear. We've had enough problems with this guy, so I want you to definitely stay focused to make sure we can,
Yeah.
keep it running. All right, let's take a hike up next to an alley. Let's go see what we can find in there. We're gonna head up this way. Get away from these people getting weirded out by us. There's a button in the center, and then to the right of it is a wheel.
Oh god.
You can probably turn off the REM portion of that other device. That's the button in the back. Because it's going to keep going off and annoying the hell out of you.
Oh, here we are at Marketplace.
Figure out how to turn the other guy off? Yeah.
I got too many things going on here. The one on the right hand side.
Yep, close to the edge. There you go.
Spirit box.
I did it. I did it.
Is that what you heard?
Did it? What? That came over very clearly.
Just remember, you guys don't have the same sweep going. They're not going to sync up. You guys are going to hear the same thing.
That was very didn't sound
Well, it looks like somebody did it fucking here. I mean, they got a fucking condominium building. Somebody did it.
It's extremely clear.
How the fuck?
What? Whoa, whoa,
What'd you hear?
Nothing. I didn't
No,
hear anything.
whoa. I've
Brendan.
been hearing a lot of weird.
Brendan hears
Get
shit
used
in
to
his
it,
sleep.
Trust me. It
No,
just takes
no.
a little bit of time.
No, I know, but it's not like I can tell the difference.
You got an extra headphone in
You're
there?
getting used to it. He's not.
didn't
He
hear
just
one?
got here. You don't necessarily want to keep one of us in view. You just want to kind of keep it
down that way.
Yeah. Just kind of keep it belly level. You know, just kind of keep it chill right there.
This is a pretty warm fucking alley.
Yeah, that's why you don't always need, because it's bricks. Bricks are going to hang on to the heat from the day sun. So bricks
But
are a
it-
little bit differently.
Huh.
Yeah, that's why I say you don't necessarily need one of us in this specific location. Obviously, I know the locations pretty well, right? I'm watching enough of these damn videos. But anyway, Dr. Joseph Brown Ladd. His name does show up here in pieces. You might hear Joseph, you might hear the song Brown Eyed Girl, and you might hear the word lad. However, he moves down here because he's supposed to get married to his fiancée, Amanda. Amanda just inherited a bunch of money from her dead parents. She has an attorney helping her out with all of this cash. The attorney thinks that Dr. Ladd is just after Amanda's money, so he tells Amanda, get rid of the doctor. Dr. Ladd moves to Charleston to prove that he's not after her money. And as he's coming into town, a coachman set him up to be robbed and killed. He's dressed pretty well because he just got out of med school. Somebody was walking by. His name is Ralph Isaacs. The interesting about Ralph is that he has the same initials as where the doctor came from, Rhode Island. So RI shows up here a lot. I do have a digital Ouija board in the bag. It's a relatively newer device. We don't always get the amount of activity out of it, but it's the reason why I bought it was this for this specific location. We do get the letters RI a lot. However, back to Ralph. He tells the doctor, dude, you don't want to stay here. I know this guy. He's going to try to kill you. And I got some friends at 59 Church Street. You can stay there, and you can rent a room. Did you guys hear the number 59?
I just heard.
Because 59 comes up here a lot.
I just heard something on this camera. Or out loud. I don't know. I didn't hear it on
Anything
here.
coming from the camera.
You definitely didn't hear it from
I
the
heard. I don't know.
Interesting.
Sorry, go
Yeah,
ahead.
it probably came from the earbud. So he says, let me take you to that 59 Church Street and you'll rent a room and you'll be safe. Dr. Ladd and Ralph then become friends, and the longer the doctor stays here, the more money he's making. He's proving his point that he's not just after Amanda's money. So he becomes known as the whistling doctor because he whistled all the time, because that's what guys did in the late 1700s when they're happy. So, by the way, every haunted city you're ever going to visit has a cliched whistling ghost. I'm going to just put that out there right now. Anyway, back to Ralph and the doctor. They go see plays together. They can't sit next to each other because the doctor makes more money. He gets better seats. That's just the way the shit works. So they're talking one day after going to see a play.
We got 3 souls walking down.
Yeah, be careful not to film them. There you go. Again, very popular tour spot. So they go see Richard III, and they're walking home talking about the play because they couldn't sit next to each other. They're arguing over the new actress. The doctor thought she was fantastic. Ralph, not so much. You did all kinds of things to this guy. We don't normally get REM in this location, so we don't need that. And you also turn the backlight off. See if I can get it back on again. But anyway, so...
It was recording, and it's like it goes and it stops and it goes and it stops.
Okay, hopefully we're not losing
Here,
footage because it's being a little faulty.
Because I pressed record back at the parking lot and I never touched it. And
Okay.
well, we're recording now.
Okay, well, let's take a hike and let's see what we can get. Some nights these things work great, other nights they suck. Hand warmers.
What's that?
I said some nights these things work great, other nights they suck.
Yeah, I forgot my hand warmers. The best ones are the ones that you just open up in that little plastic.
Yeah, the hot hands.
Yeah, hot hands.
Well, I usually put those inside of gloves, but I have to wear fingerless gloves so I can handle all the buttons on the devices. So it's almost like the heat escapes from them for me. That's why I decided to go with these. Give them a whirl.
You got a 3.0, 3.1.
Yeah, but now you're on the sidewalk.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, you're right, 5.0. Why does it do that again?
You listen to that.
All the electrical lines for it. .5. I mean, the closer you get to it, the higher it's going to go.
It's changed a lot, man. Unfortunately, when you have a lot of people that populate a place, that unfortunate charm that you had is kind of gone. Yeah, so I definitely don't come down as much as I used to. I've kind of moved away from the chaos. Mount Pleasant, John's Island, now.
Brendan got a really loud hello.
Really loud. Hello! Which sounds strange when you...
This looks like a creepy ass place.
This part you don't know what it is.
A cross?
Those are not crosses. It's actually a good thing you pointed up because those are exactly why we're here. Those are earthquake bolts. So if you're not familiar with earthquake,
They're what?
earthquake bolts. So in the event we have another earthquake, like what we did, like what I talked about earlier, those are turnbuckles. You can tighten them up after the earthquake, and it's supposed to stop the building from incurring any further damage.
Really?
It's a great idea, it just doesn't work. So you've seen earthquake bolts all over downtown if you've been down here. Even the apartment building behind the Powder Magazine has them.
It was made to tighten the building up, basically?
Yeah.
Like a screw?
Yeah, like tighten it this
I
way.
get
so it's
it,
going to be
but-
opposite. Yeah,
How would they ever think that was going to work?
I don't know. We're talking, 17 and 1800s.
Still, you're building the building, you know that...
But these were
That's
put
not
in
gonna
long
tie it
after
tight.
the original building was created. So the reason why I bring these ones up is because it's the first set of earthquake bolts that Charleston ever put in. The reason why is because this is the oldest government building in South Carolina. It was finished in 1713. This is the Gunpowder Magazine. It served 7 different wars and 1 rebellion. We're here because this is what I call a familiar. You guys watch all the TV shows on YouTube. When you're trying to attract a child ghost, do they ever try to use a toy or a teddy bear or something like that?
Yeah.
Same principle. This building was being constructed at the same time that Anne Bonny was coming to Charleston to start her new life. So this is what I call a familiar. So it's kind of like the bear to the ghost that they're showing you on your shows. So it's the same principle. So this is a hit or miss location. We're either going to have a shit ton or nothing. So here's how the story goes. The building took 10 years to build. Anne Cormack.
It's evil. I don't know. I'm just saying.
It's funny. The reason why I'm laughing is because that's actually shown up here before.
Okay. It was
Evil.
really loud and it went, evil! Oh, sorry. Did I say that real loud?
You did.
Sorry.
You heard anything, Ben?
He will. Takes time.
Don't listen to him. Listen to your thing. I'm just kidding.
Doesn't matter to me.
I think
Honestly.
it takes a little practice, I think, to listen to it.
It does.
For sure.
It does, because what I heard compared, like, I was just like, what the hell? Like, I feel like I'm listening to a bunch of radio stations.
I'm hearing tons
But
of
you
stuff. I'm
have
only
to
telling you the
listen
stuff that really
to the
pops
main
through.
thing that pops out.
Yeah. So whatever really sticks out, and you guys are gonna see. Like, I'm gonna give you markers
You've
of
heard
shit
that
I
before
find.
here? That like that? Evo?
Yes.
Like that?
Tomorrow morning when you guys start
Dude,
going through your
when
data.
I'm standing right here, all I see is fucking evil. I mean, look, it looks like it's fucking half burnt.
Actually, this is probably. I mean, it's a government building. It served 7 different wars. It held gunpowder.
Fuck the government.
So it's just one of those places where, like, we're gonna pass the front of it. You know, when we go to our next space, you'll kind of see, like, it looks just like a little tiny cottage from the front.
Yeah.
But there's no windows.
Something in Cambodia. Yeah.
Yeah.
We're hanging out at 3.5 right now.
Are we really? Take one step to your left and see where it goes.
I got a little warm right here.
3.6.
So it went up.
Video it.
The
Video it.
I
reason
am.
why I say that is because
Does that mean anything?
there's an
Video
electrical.
it?
They're telling us to record. We're standing right next to an electrical pole, so if you went to your left, you went further away from it, and it should have gone down.
Well, it's colder here,
3.7.
but it's like,
It's going up.
dude, it's warm right here.
That was
it's
so weird.
it's warm right here. Like, this is the warmest
I don't
building.
know if I just heard what I heard.
What?
What did you hear? What did you hear?
Why is this building so warm?
Because it's 3.5 feet.
You want to be heroes?
Yeah, but I know
wanna
you
be
said
heroes?
brick.
That sounds like a Foo Fighter song.
No, that's they said it. Somebody's.
No, we don't want to be heroes. We're born heroes.
Here's how the story goes. Here's the things that are going to make sense. Like, the you want to be heroes is actually relevant to something that psychics and mediums normally see when they're here. They normally see a soldier standing over there by those bushes. So, and they're usually, every psychic that's told me that has never, how do I put this?
So psychics come on these tours.
Oh yeah, all the time. And I debunk a lot of them. Like, to their face. Like, I'm that guy. Like, yeah, that doesn't mean anything here. You're not getting shit. The true psychics normally won't make it all the way through. Because the Pinckney Mansion site, normally the EMF there is way too much for them to handle.
So,
Or is
so
that where
much
we're
for them
going?
they can't handle it, right?
What's that?
Is that where we're going?
We've already been
You
there.
already been there.
That was the first place we went to.
The
first,
Pink
Oh,
Church.
yeah, male voice.
The
Some
church,
kind of
the
male
empty
voice.
parking lot.
right.
That was the mansion
So,
where you take a piss.
yeah,
Huh. I feel like I disrespected them.
we'll see what I find when I go through the data in the morning.
Anything have to do with a library? No.
No.
It seems
Definitely
like it
not.
got kind of dark here. Kind of
Go,
got like.
go back to the story. Let's get back to
Yeah.
the.
Yeah, let's get to the history. 1708, a young lady moves here from Ireland.
Does that mean we're not connected?
What do you mean?
Like, from the mediums that been to those places? Does that mean we're just kind of like blank people?
I wouldn't say that. I would say more so that you're conditioned to not pay attention in whatever sense that you once had.
It's like I sense them, but
Pinckney Mansion site is very touchy lately. I'd say the past 3 to 4 months, it has been very touchy.
like I said, like I saw a view, a distance of something, but
I have footage from the camera you're using. When you said you saw something off in the distance, to the left of the stairwell of the front of that space, I have 3 figures standing behind the team that I had that night. Like 3 cold figures. There was only 3 out of the 4 children that Eliza had that made it to adulthood. A 4th died in infancy. So there was only 3 children, and we were discussing the 3 children in the video, because you couldn't hear it, what we were discussing. And there's 3 cold figures right behind my team that you can plainly see are warm, living humans. So when you said you saw something up there, I was kind of like, I don't doubt it, but I need footage to verify it.
well, like my not this, but my vision of like so where you saw the church, and then there was this window. It's just like it was like a
Did you film it?
energy. I think I did. I was like just
Okay.
kind of like that,
We'll
but
find out. We'll see when I'm reviewing the tapes. 1708. Anne Cormack comes here from Ireland. She's with her father and his mistress. The mistress is Anne's mother. Are you with me so far? There's a couple of twists in this story because pirates are fucked up. So, the 3 of them are running away from her father's angry wife. There's a girlfriend, that's her mom. The three
This
of
is
them.
all fun and joy.
Yeah.
That's what I heard.
What was it again?
This is all fun and joy.
All fun and joy. So they land in Georgetown, just north of here. So if you're not from here, that's in between us and Myrtle Beach. So Dad bought a plantation. Mom died pretty quickly. That means he's sending young Anne down here to be able to sell anything from that plantation to keep things afloat. Hence the familiar building. We don't have many buildings this old, just so you know. Anne back home in Ireland, kind of a badass. They say she killed one of her servants when she was only 7, 8, 9 years old. Remember, this is pirate lore. None of the numbers are going to be super accurate. With a knife to the belly. So again, this chick was kind of a badass chick. Fast forward, the building was done in 1713. Pirates are coming through Charleston in 1715. Anne is stoked. Why? She's going to fall in love, so that way she can earn her freedom, just like a man. It's a man's world at this point. Guy number 1. Yes, there's a handful, and we're going to go through them. Guy number 1
Anybody named Donald?
No. James Bonney. Dad didn't approve of James Bonney because he's a filthy pirate. So James and Anne ran away to Jamaica, they got married, and Anne Cormack became Anne Bonney, the famous female pirate. This guy is not Captain Jack Sparrow like everybody, like what she was actually hoping for, right? So he's a privateer. He's a spy for the British. He's a coward in her eyes. This is not who she wants. A few years later, she falls in love again. This is John Rackham, aka Calico Jack. Calico Jack is literally the person they based the Captain Jack Sparrow character off of. So this is the guy she wants. He has his own crew. She wants to be part of it because she wants to become a pirate. But you can't put a female on a pirate crew. You guys know why?
Because they'll rape them.
No. I usually get one of two answers. That's usually one of them, or the correct answer, which is they're bad luck.
Okay.
So, girl on a pirate ship.
Bad
is
luck,
tough.
exactly. Some man will fucking.
That's after you rape him. Anyway.
Well,
Anyway,
Alrighty.
he makes a deal with her. If you dress like the crew and look like the crew, meaning she has to hide her gender, she can be part of it, but she's going to be a female in his quarters. She's okay with this because Dad used to cross-dress her as a boy back home in Ireland to hide her away from his wife. She gets it. Anyway, let's put 2 and 2 together. She's a female in Jack's quarters. That means she's eventually going to get pregnant. You can't have a pregnant pirate dude on the crew. Somebody's going to figure out that she's a girl. So he drops her off in Cuba before she starts to show her pregnancy. She has the baby, but returns with no baby. We have no idea what happened. She's also dressed like a female, which makes Jack pretty angry. While she was away giving birth to Jack's baby, he captured another pirate crew. They're down below deck. She's going to go flirting because that's who Anne is. She's trying to make Jack even more mad. Guy number 3. Guy number 3 turns out to be a female, dressed like a guy to be part of the pirate crew that Calico Jack captured. So now we have 2 females on the same ship trying to be pirates. This young lady's name is Mary Reed. She went by Mark Reed to become a
Is that
pirate.
a common thing back then?
For these 2 it was. So, not really. So that's why it was kind of they're heroes out of the whole story.
Yeah.
So, her and Mary become friends, possibly lovers. We're not going to really know for certain. But the British find out where they are. They send a fleet of ships to take down one pirate ship. Anne and Mary were the rumor that they are the only 2 pirates that came up to fight with their 1-bullet flintlocks, probably because they didn't know how to use the cannons yet. So, they weren't pirates for very long. Obviously, 2 ladies with 1-bullet flintlocks are not going to make it for very long. They get arrested. As they're being arrested, she looks at her captain, Calico Jack, and says, "You should have fought like a man instead of being hanged like a dog." The word dog shows up here a lot, by the way, on different spirit boxes. The judge wants to see the 2 men, quote-unquote, that fought back on their own, not realizing that they're women. He's already tried and hung Calico Jack and the drunk pirates that wouldn't fight. Anne and Mary go in front, reveal their gender. He doesn't give a shit that they're female. They're still pirates. He's still going to hang them. "We plead our bellies," was the last thing they screamed, because you cannot hang a pregnant woman in 1720. It's illegal. So he sends them both back to jail, delays the hanging. Dad is still up here in South Carolina with all of his Irish money. He bails her out, brings her back home, she remarries. That's husband number 2, but guy number 4, because we're going to count Mary. We don't really know. She has 4 kids, dies at the age of 84. Yes, very abrupt. Mary Reed died a year later, in 1721, in that Jamaican jail from whatever pirates die from in a Jamaican jail. Use your imagination on that one. I'm sure it was pretty nasty and gross. We're going to explore the space. You guys are going to continue listening to your spirit boxes. You are going to use the REM pod in here. However, the only motion, I don't really expect numbers out of here because of the electrical poles, especially this close up to this end. If we want to explore the space back here, we might see some numbers. Doubtful, but it does happen. But the REM pod, the motion sensor, ask Anne Bonny what her hair color was, and she'll show you.
is Anne Bonny here?
We're hoping. That's the hope. Again, we're here because this is a familiar building to her. That's the only reason why we're here. That's the only reason why it's a hit or miss location. The Pinckney Mansion site, they're always there. It's a matter of them wanting to talk to us. And Bonnie, it's a hit or miss. I'll start knowing within 5 minutes of what you guys are telling me you're hearing if we actually have Anne Bonnie activity or not. Now, keep in mind, there's like 15 stories on this street corner alone. Sometimes you guys hear shit from other stories. I don't even bring them up until you guys hear something specific to that story or piece of history. Not to mention Philadelphia Alley about the doctor and the duel. We get shit from him over here as well. We're still close enough. It's right across the street. So we just kind of went up and around. We kind of took the long way around. So let's explore
What's
the space.
that thing right there?
That's St. Philip's Church. We're on their
So
property
that's
right
the
now.
cemetery right there.
There are 2 cemeteries right there. So they actually have 2 of them. The reason why is because on that side of the church, if you're a native to Charleston, you could be buried on that side. If everybody else, they're buried on the other side of that wall.
I died. I died.
All right.
All right,
Do a
let's
little
explore.
exploring.
Let's do this.
Just stick next to you. Yeah, I don't know.
You can explore however you want to. You want to stay next to me? You can. You want to help him listen?
I
You
just
can.
want the vision. I'm trying to get the vision because I look at that, I see something over there. But when I look at that window that turned on,
Oh, that's an
yeah,
apartment.
that's an apartment.
Yeah.
Yeah. I got more energy from here than anything else.
Yeah. So again, this building is-
I mean,
It's
this
300
is
years
not
old.
even alive anymore, but it's alive.
But it's a museum now. It actually has a lot of the uniforms
Oh,
and the
shit.
artillery of the wars.
Ah,
It's pretty cool.
yeah, I don't know that. See, now I know.
That's why I withhold information.
Thank you. Hmm.
Maybe haunted. Maybe haunted. Maybe haunted.
You testing the heat on those bricks back there?
My hand, and then once I take my hand off, I can see my hand. But then it gets cold again. Normal, right? Figured. I just was like,
Testing it.
because I was like, it showed red, and then when I got close, it was cold, so I put my hand on, and it's like, okay, my hand's red. Take it off, it's red. And then it just turns red.
So it's going to fluctuate based on what's in the screen. So our hands. So we'll use
It's
mine.
just like, it's cold right now.
But look at
So see,
with
that's
this
red.
guy.
It's warm. That's really warm.
Yeah, it's a hand warmer.
Yeah, that's way warmer than my hand.
So if I take that out, your hand will turn yellow.
Or it'll turn, oh, so
It's fluctuating based off of what's actually in the screen. So again, this is going to be warmer than your hand. So keep your hand in view once we get it there. And I'm going to pull mine away, keep yours there. Your hand should turn yellow. Because now it's the warmest thing.
So now I'll put my hand there. Can you put that thing
And
there?
notice how his pants change color. Now move your hand. His pants will turn bright.
Ah,
See how it works now?
yeah.
Yeah, I can't wait to replace that thing. It's been acting up the past week.
Is it the weather?
Nah,
Oh.
it's the that thing is plugged in and out
You've been using it, yeah.
every single night.
Yeah, I get it.
He's that thing that like find leaks and shit around my house.
They deserve.
My dryer.
We just asked her what happened to her child. She said they deserved.
That's you, Brendan. It's pretty
And you got
cool.
anything coming out of there?
Not yet. No, I had. Well, last question I asked though is what
Got
happened
the-
to your child?
you
and
got a
what
blue
they
light there.
deserves. I
Hit the
don't
reset.
know.
Make sure it wasn't coming from you.
We were both talking about it, and then I said, "What happened to your?" And what happened to your child? She said, "They deserves." They
I wrote it down.
deserves. Oh,
I got
I
you.
can't hear you. Sorry.
Yeah, that's okay. I wrote it down.
Thought you
I've been doing
asked.
this long enough to when
No,
I
I
know
thought
like your
you
normal
asked me
speech.
what I
yeah.
heard. I'm
I
sorry.
actually asked Ben
Oh,
what he
my
heard.
bad, bro. What?
Yeah, that definitely is a blue reading for sure. Hit the reset. That's the second time that's occurred. So he's got something close by him. And show us your hair color on that device. Touch the metal stick.
And what color is your hair color?
Color is your hair, Ann.
And what color is your hair?
The only time I've ever gotten a red out of that is by asking that
Blonde.
question.
Blonde.
It's red.
Oh, it said. That was weird. It said blonde.
Brendan, your hair's red.
My hair's red, but it said blonde immediately.
Your eyebrows.
Oh, then it just said red. That was kind of strange. Unless I'm imagining that. But... And what color is your hair? Barren voice. What? Barren voice.
Any numbers?
Yeah. The 23rd.
No numbers, just I mean, I'm getting the lights going
Motion.
off.
Yeah, that's motion. That's something direct.
But I might.
Yeah, every time you've gotten those blue readings, your devices weren't
Are
close
you
enough.
here? Or no?
Why are you here?
What year were you living in?
Usually names and numbers don't lie. I'm trying to find the tie for the 23rd. And I can't find
What color
any.
was your hair on? And fucking blonde again. What the fuck?
I've seen French and English. No, I just got French online. Thanks, Ian. Can you show us red? You know you have to touch the metal stick.
Never.
And I'm asking you to touch the metal stick to show us your hair color.
And please show us your hair color.
Sometimes you have to know your audience. Pinckney Mansion, it would be a please and thank you. Over here, she's a fucking pirate. And show us your goddamn hair color.
Okay.
Like it's more of a you gotta know who you're working with. And
And what color is your goddamn hair? Thank you.
just gave him free reign.
Hey, blonde, you're out of your line.
And show us your hair, mate. Show us your fucking hair.
And nope. That was weird. Nope.
And we're being nice. And we are being being patient. It's not me, I swear. I get accused of that all the time.
Is that what? Is it blue? Like what?
It's not lotion. It's got something.
EMS? Oh, REM pod. Yeah. Touch Brenda. Yeah, if you're here, let's make it go to red. Touch your hair.
Reset.
I don't think that's me.
And get closer to it. That's definitely not you. And why don't you tell us what your father's name was?
Stay still.
And what was your father's name? Bucky the Bull?
No.
That mean anything?
No.
Okay.
And we're going to be moving on here in a few minutes. Why don't you give us something? Your father's name, your mother's name, color of your hair, the name of the ship you were on with Calico Jack. Any of those things will work.
I asked that earlier.
With the name of the ship?
Yeah.
It's funny, that's normally the question I would throw out at you guys. I don't think I threw out any questions other than Anne Bonny's hair color.
Hold on for a second. I gotta do my fucking hands freezing cold.
Right here, dude. She's right here.
Keep it. I got the word regulate right now. Can you get closer to it?
I mean, Brendan, come over here.
Seldom.
Chief?
Knock the water bottle out of Elite's jacket. Touch somebody's face.
There's Indian. The powder magazine served in the French and Indian War. We had the word French a little while ago, and now we have the word Indian. Remember, 80% of this is going to be bullshit.
Public.
It's vague, but yeah, it's a public building now. It's a
You
museum.
wanna listen to any of this? I'm having a hard time.
I'm actually really excited about French and Indian showing up at the same time.
Hold this just real quick.
I can't really listen to that anymore, to
Chief
be honest
doesn't
with you.
mean anything to you?
No, I'm still writing it down, just in case.
It's just like, it just, listen, I just,
Did the air plug get stuck in your ear?
no, it fell out.
What's this brick building? How old is this?
It's an apartment building.
How old is it though? Look at the mortar on the brick. It's old as fuck.
It's different. So you see the
Yeah, you can
the
see
triangular? That
yeah.
was actually an attachment on the powder magazine in between the different wars that it served in. So they added the rest of it afterwards. So it was probably mid to late 1800s. Based
Wow. Yeah, you can see the old. Yeah,
And it actually comes all the way down.
that's great. What's in there now?
So the basement is used, I believe, as storage for the powder magazine, and the rest of it is apartments.
Really?
Yep, people live up there.
People must be. Either they don't believe at all, or they.
Just depends. They're probably not looking for it.
I guess not, or not thinking about it. Or... Do you think the people that think about it are more
Or you want to hold up?
Find it?
susceptible
trade?
to
Yes.
spirits?
I mean, I'm looking at this stuff every single day, and I'm finding things every single day.
So what's about the clicking?
So do you feel like that takes a toll on your psyche, or no, or because you enjoy it? Or... Like I'm saying,
There's been nights where I've been drained, dude. Like I walk away like I'm exhausted, and it's not from trying to keep up with all the devices. It's because of the amount of activity that we had come through.
really.
So yeah, is it a legit thing that they can drain people, drain devices? Absolutely.
Yeah. No, I never doubted it. I never doubted any of it, honestly. Well, why should I?
Dissipated. Don't look at me. Don't look at me. It was pretty clear.
Yeah, the camera work isn't always a thrilling job either. Like it can be very daunting when you're doing this for hours and hours and hours and hours.
Yeah, well, I mean,
I
it's,
usually-
it's not. It's. I mean, it's only freezing outside.
Yeah,
so,
it's only.
I mean, we're not. My blood's thin, man. I don't really handle the cold very well.
Yeah, you're from here. I'm from Ohio, and I still don't handle this well.
Yeah, well,
I've been
It's-
down here long enough where it's.
Are you cold?
it's different, huh?
I don't.
No, I feel
cold, right?
great. It's just my fucking right hand's freezing off.
Yeah.
You just gotta switch them up.
So have you reset this?
Put one in your pocket, and then switch it. Put one.
Yeah, she did it. Fuck, man, she fucking did it. Look, it's blue. She fucking knocked that shit out.
It's the right hand side.
Jesus Christ, I knew it was gonna fucking happen.
I got like 0.0.
I don't know how, to be honest with you. I don't.
Hold this real quick.
Anything that what?
Just
Ooh, a lot.
This thing?
yeah.
Anything that what?
The spirit boxes that I've never like the radio shit's really distracting.
Yeah, you
I-
kind of gotta just try to decipher it.
Again, beginner methods. As you get better at it, the ratio. Because what we're trying to do is create a grab bag of bullshit for us to sift through. Like what's legit, what's not. So he heard like the so controversial. Probably wouldn't have heard so many syllables if it was moving that much faster. Listening to disembodied.
It busts through is the best way I could say it.
Well, disembodied voices, all that shit they show you on TV, those are a rarity, man. Like I get about 4 or 5 of those a year, not 12 an episode. Like that's the reality of things. So those guys that are telling you they're spending one night in one location, dude, they're there for weeks trying to gather up all the information from one location, and they're there for 7-8 hours at a time. So the radio station stuff, it's just like the word box. It's a grab bag of stuff. It's a 50-50 shot based on those, and an 80-20% shot on mine. So it's really a 20% shot on the word list that I'm using. So French and Indian showing up at the same time, and him feeling something over here, like something's weird about this place, hearing the word evil. Again, it's not necessarily Anne Bonny showing up here. I don't know exactly what it is, but it does line up with all of the other things I've seen here.
Sure.
So, Anne Bonny, let me show you what she looked like and kind of give you the answers to some of the questions we were asking. Obviously, her hair color was red, so that one's an easy one. Irish woman coming straight from the boat. So this is one of the few pictures you can find of her where she actually has a shirt on. I have to imagine I get teenage boys on this tour too. I don't need an angry mom. The name of her parents were William Cormack and Mary Brennan. So It's one of those things where you weren't expecting a secondary Mary because we already discussed Mary Reed, so you just never know when things actually show up. What's funny is it normally shows up in one thing. Like one person will come up to me and say where her parents' names William and Mary, and it's usually in one fell swoop. Calico Jack, I also like to show you guys what he looked like just because we asked about his ship. So he was named Calico Jack because of the jackets that he wore. So they came from British captains that he killed. Textiles were very important to him because his father was a tailor. So Calico Jack, fancy jacket, is basically where the name comes from. The name of his ship was called the Kingston. So I don't necessarily expect Kingston to come through on a radio station blip. It would be as a disembodied voice, or the word king would actually suffice in this location. We have to use our technology with what is available to them. Same principle of a DJ conveying messages back to us. Am I excited about things here? I'm excited about like him feeling some weird stuff going on here. The word evil and getting the word French and Indian could tie into that damn soldier that all of the psychics and mediums keep finding at this location. Still don't know what it means. So again, that's one of those pieces where I have no idea. Somebody sent me, a guest from a previous tour sent me a link today of something to look into based on the uniform that was seen, based off of 3 different psychics seeing the same uniform. So, a very interesting piece. The next location we're going to go to, we're going to be able to spread out again, but it is a space where I don't know all the information. It is one of the experimental pieces at this point. I'll tell you what I do know about the space and the person we're going to be hunting down, and then hopefully you guys are going to be teaching me a few things about what's coming out of your spirit boxes. And again, I'll tell you what I've caught so far in the past 2 months of going to this location. It's pretty cool stuff actually, and I didn't know what the hell to expect when I went there. It's about a 4 to 5 minute walk, so you could stop your video and kind of give your hands a break. Even if you want to pocket it, we'll fix it. We're not getting out, Henry. We've definitely gotten some triple digits in this location. These are like microwave level readings. This is a memorial to Andrew Jackson's mother.
Oh, really?
Yeah. We've gotten activity from this in the past, but we've also gotten activity based off of that monument over there. That one belongs to Marguerite Volk. We've gotten a full spelling of her name on the Ouija board, like Marguerite. Like, pretty crazy shit.
Interesting. I used to dabble with the Ouija board back in the day.
This is an electronic new device that's been created. It works basically the same way the device in your left hand works. So any kind of EMF spikes, it stops on a letter and then puts it on the screen for you so you can see any kind of spellings that pop up.
Got it. Is that like an app?
No, it's a full device. So it's a separate device that they created. It's basically one of those, but it works with a little screen on it for letters, and there's a cursor moving over all the letters. I just call it a digital Ouija board just because it works the exact same way. The hope is that any kind of EMF spike is coming from the spirits that are going to give us letters. But you can see her name is spelled very distinctly, and I think we had everything, but I think it was like the A or the R is one of the first 2 letters. Everything else was almost perfect.
You getting a reading, dude?
Talking to Henry, dude. Get the fuck out of here.
What's he saying, dude?
Says get wasted.
What happened to the blood? What was up with the blood on the letter?
Did you have... Where? Was tuberculosis painful, Henry? Was your death painful, Henry? Timrod. This is Timrod.
Oh, shit.
Henry. Was your death painful, Henry? Kill box?
Tuberculosis, right?
Yeah.
He coughed up on the letter.
Was lung issues a problem, Henry? Tuberculosis.
What happened here, Henry?
I just
wanna
got
ask kindly, what happened here, Henry?
Something happened to your lungs, Henry.
I think it's funny. I had the words drug and influence show up right next to each other.
Oh, really? What the fuck was that? Oh.
Yeah. Drug and then influence right after it.
All because he wanted to smoke a joint?
Just found it relevant. That's all.
Yeah. Hadn't gotten really any... I mean, I've gotten some...
I heard like the REM pod portion going off.
Yeah. Let me check this out over here. How about... Let's see what's happening over here. What year did you die, Henry?
Looks like I'm seeing sand all of a sudden. You hear that? Sand.
Do I hear it?
Out of nowhere.
Hmm.
I mean, it's not relevant. I just don't know what it means.
I feel like sand appeared in my mouth all of a sudden.
Sand?
Yeah.
Tuberculosis has something to do with maybe blood in your mouth?
Not blood, it's like punchy.
Whoa.
What do you got?
But like this entire time it wasn't like that.
No, just the blue light.
I got the word berry.
Fairy?
Berry.
Oh.
Like bury a body.
Don't you cry no more.
Oh, berry.
Dun, dun. Berry. It's very subtle. Berry.
Bury, like bury a body, not very.
Seminar on Wednesday the 28th.
Alright.
I figured out what it was.
There's dust on my bottom. Probably Henry, what do you want to tell us? You're not giving us much. So I need to wrap this up. Tell us the name of your wife, the name of your son. Give us your son's birthday. That would be great.
This is like a celebration area.
It used to be.
All I hear is party music somewhere here. Like
Lively.
lively. Music, drinks, give me a beer,